The term dashboard is derived from a car dashboard and should display the information in the same manner. Crucial and timely information needed available at a glance. Dashboards are not intended for deep analysis, but should point users towards where to find that information. Using the car analogy, you should be able to tell that your engine is overheating, but the analysis as to why is when you go under the hood. Similarly, the dashboard should be used for high-level summarized information. To make a dashboard the most efficient, you will need to think about certain factors. We will cover 5 tips for great dashboard design in this video. Tip 1. Define the purpose of a dashboard. Is your dashboard analytic or operational? You will need different types of indicators and charts for each approach. Let's talk about the 2 use cases. Operational dashboards aim to answer the questions that are time-sensitive, critical tasks. An example of this in the healthcare setting would be to understand patient flow through the hospital in order to ensure accurate bed assignment when moving patients from unit to unit. Some things on this type of dashboard are Section 1, showing the amount of time to see a provider after coming in the door. Section 2, amount of time to get a disposition after coming in the door. For both of these components, you will notice that they are above the threshold that the leadership have set, and they appear in red text. Section 3 shows the trend for patients arriving, discharging, and admitting to the hospital throughout the day. Section 4 shows the average length of stay for the patients who are sent home and the ones who are admitted. This is a key performance indicator in the hospital throughput space, and as such, they are displayed as large numbers and color-coded to show performance for that given day. Dashboards like this serve to make people more efficient and informed. Analytics dashboards aim to aid decision-making and are less time-sensitive information. In fact, these dashboards may show large periods of time for trending data. An example of this type of dashboard would be looking at various attributes contributing to the length of stay at the hospital. Some examples are analyzing the trend behind average treatment costs by age groups and the cost by payer and types of stay. The focus for this would be to understand and analyze this information to make a decision on how to improve the process in the future. Make sure you choose your focus between operational and analytical depending upon the needs of your users. Tip 2 is to decide how best to represent the data. Similar to how we covered some of the best and worst practices in visualization, this also applies to dashboard design. How you communicate the data is completely related to the type of data you have. Is it time-based? Does it group into many categories? These are, and many more attributes will impact how you best represent it on a dashboard. Tip 3, formatting and layout matter. How you organize and lay out your dashboard is important to the flow of information. It is best to picture your dashboard as a certain size and organize the elements into grids to integrate the information being presented. This example has a 3x3 grid that allows for multiple layouts. You could have 3 rows of information or 3 columns of information. You could have one large visualization taking up multiple grid cells with multiple smaller visualizations around it. The size of a dashboard is also important, as a user should not have to scroll. Likewise, the way in which a user views the dashboard will play into the design as well. Is it viewable on a computer only, or a tablet and a phone as well? Make sure it appears as intended regardless of the medium chosen to view. Tip 4, be concise. Don't hide information, but don't rely on a lot of interactions. Remember, the purpose of a dashboard is to provide information at a glance. Having too many items, too many details, too much scrolling, or many opportunities to drill into the data is counter to its goal. Users may visit a dashboard multiple times a day, especially for operational focused ones, but they should not spend a large amount of time in a dashboard. Here's an example of a well laid out and concise and actionable dashboard. You will notice a clean and organized layout, not too many items, and you can quickly digest the information at a glance. In contrast, here's an example where the dashboard lacks the previously mentioned qualities. Notice how busy this is, along with not following the formatting tips we just talked about. There are too many items, the coloring is distracting, and it is not well organized. It will be hard to quickly take action from this. The final tip, tip 5, ensure the data is integrated and interactive. While I mentioned that the goal of a dashboard is to provide at-a-glance information, you still want to allow interaction with your dashboard via filters and drillable information. Filters allow one dashboard for multiple uses versus having to create and maintain numerous iterations of one. Notice in this example how the filters on the right allow the users to select specific regions, years, and revenue ranges. This will update all the charts and data to contain only information specific to the filters. Drilling, like filters, allows you to center in on something specific, but in this case, it leads to a subsequent report or tab in a dashboard, allowing for more details on that area. Lots of dashboards can drill into reports that have the details necessary for an analysis on the metric in question. In this example, you will see the option to drill into the details behind a specific region's summary numbers. This is illustrated with the red line leading from the hyperlink into the supplemental report. Alright, so wrapping it all up. As you can see, these tips help create a meaningful and impactful dashboard to address various business strategy. There are many more tips, as dashboard design is an art. I encourage you to explore these on your own. There are many great resources out there to help you on this topic.